go. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Miami Dolphins and the New Orleans Saints. The holiday season is upon us. We've got the gift of the NFL as we're underway here in Week 16.
All day, baby. Let's go. Let's go.
Let's go. 10-2 saw.
Coming this way. Coming this way. Here we go. Here we go. Here we go. Check it out.
Greystone travel. Get it.
On first down, Westbrook trying to get it to Thomas, and it's intercepted. Picked off Byron Jones. And he will bring it back. It's a pick six and a Dolphins touchdown. And the defense could not have written a much better script than that first drive, pick six.
The offense never got a chance to really get oiled up there, did they? But the defense, they certainly got in gear. What a big-time play and a great way for them to start.
And now the offense, they've got to turn things around and figure this out because your backs are on the ground real quickly.
Yeah, usually when you're starting the game getting the ball, 0-0 is the only score you're worried about. Now the second time you get it, you're already down a touchdown.
So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air.
The Saints take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. So, Charles, the season winding down, the playoffs obviously not in their future. As they look ahead to the offseason, what spots do they maybe need to fill?
Well, I think that they like the guy who's calling the plays and throwing the ball. I think that he's a pretty good player. Needs some help, I think, on the perimeter, though. Help him out with receivers because I think if he gets an upgrade there, his play gets that much better, too.
And they work this well upfield across the 45. That good for 22 and a first down.
Boy, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral. Also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for first and 10.
Check, check. Lucky, lucky.
61. Matchbox white. Lee Griffin.
Off play action. Westbrook. There goes a deep ball. End zone. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked up by Minkah Fitzpatrick. And he will bring it out past the 20-yard line. Keelan Cole, the intended target.
Well, they didn't exactly show patience there, did they? Just down a score, they come out firing right away and compound things by throwing an interception. They put their defense in a really tough spot.
Ready? 15 line. 15 line.
All day, just like that. Just like that.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Got an open man. It's Valdez-Scantling. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22.
Well, I know it goes against the instincts of the person catching the ball because all you're ever taught is catch the football, don't drop it.
But drop it there.
Yeah, in that situation, dropping it would have been better. End up losing yardage, even though they completed the pass.
As good as a sack.
Yeah, how about that? Although they won't get the same credit for it, and it won't help them at contract time.
That pass play wound up for negative yardage, so here's 2nd and 11.
Hey, Charlie.
Hey, check Mike.
2nd and 11. And his throw here's incomplete. Cameron Meredith, the intended target, and it's 3rd down. You got a young quarterback. Maybe that's just an example of a growing pain for him.
I think you're right about that because when the game starts to move fast and it moves quickly on him, a lot of times they fall back on what they know best, their arm. He's slinging it on this one. Had a wide open target, but didn't have the proper footwork to increase his accuracy.
Deep six.
47 to Mark, boy, 47. Check. 47.
Ready?
He'll look to throw. Give him 8 yards that time on the scramble, and now 4th down.
I liked his effort there. He got it done on his own. But let's face it, he puts defenses in a really stressful spot when he takes off and runs because a lot of guys have coverage responsibilities.
Good job of rallying, though, because I thought when he first took off, he might pick up the 1st down. And the punt over the side in the air, and the spot will be inside the 35. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. And job one here, Charles, just keep possession of the football. 2 drives, 2 turnovers to this point.
You're exactly right, Doctor. Hippocratic oath, first do no harm. And right now they're harming themselves on offense.
I like that. No one is mistaking me for a doctor, though. But thank you, Dr. Davis. He was well over 100 yards last week. He told us this week, a little ambitious, said he wants to hit that 200 mark. We'll see.
Makes sense, though, doesn't it? Have we ever run into a running back that had a great game the week before that didn't think that's just going to naturally continue? Just make sure you feed me the football. And that's what they're all about. Continuity, rhythm, number of carries. Just keep giving it to them.
On 2nd down, Kamara. And this winds up a pickup of 2, maybe 2.5 to about the 39.
Well, they had that one sniffed out. Excellent run blitz. Stopped that one for a short gain.
What makes a good run blitz a good run blitz?
The ability to stay on task, to follow up your assignment, go to the gap you're supposed to cover, and not be deterred by anything else.
Hey, Sam off.
Go.
Five. Ready, shoot.
Here's Kamara trying to run for it. And he'll be brought down with the 1st down and a late flag here, too. And he may get a few more tacked on for good measure.
Let's go, boys. Let's go.
And now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage. Operating from the gun, Westbrook. Man open is Keelan Cole, complete. 7 yards on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
Good throw, good catch, but I really like the route. The drag and being able to run away from defenders, hard to stick with them for that long.
Yeah, better against man than zone, or
better against man, because now you're running away from someone and you're not running into a defensive player in another zone.
Now Kamara. And he got half of what he needed there, 2 yards, and it'll bring up a 3rd and 2 more.
Well, we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
Ready. 50, plant.
Get that quarterback, D-line. Get that quarterback, D-line.
Get it.
On 3rd down, here's Kamara. And he will be very close to a 1st down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down. Give him a yard on the play, and he's definitely short. It'll be 4th down and a few inches. From here, this would have been a 48-yarder, but no, they're going to go for it. They'll try and run with Murray. And he picks up the first before he's taken down at the 29. They only got a couple, but a couple's all that they needed as they convert on fourth.
First down. First and 10 at the 29-yard line.
On the
The
ready.
fourth down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on first down.
Four.
Switch.
Hey, high 7. Right. Deep grip.
Running with Kamara. And he'll be brought down at about the 25 after a pickup of 4.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down. A very solid gain on that play.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6.
Topper. Hey, Alpha.
2nd and 6. Eluding the pressure right. He's going to take off with it. A good decision in the end. The pull and run gets him 9 yards and a first. The last drive, remember, similar situation. He forced the ball into coverage through the pick. He learned better there.
Yeah, similar to a golfer that's confronted with a shot that you just can't make. Sometimes you have to take your medicine, as they say, right? Just pull it down, take off, and go. Don't make something worse than what it was.
Here's Kamara off the draw. He will push his way down to about the 14. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
Watch the run. 25. Check 20.
22 jet bomber.
Patch it. Check. Hot route. Hot. Check.
Ready.
They'll run. This is Kamara. And he'll get about 3 just outside the 10, stopped at the 11. A minimal gain as we tick down inside of a minute remaining in the opening quarter.
And that's one of the reasons you like to blitz even on run downs. It confuses the blocking assignments. It doesn't allow those offensive linemen to get up to the second level.
Oh, yeah. And here we go again. Whip. Watch the whip. 6 guys. Check 6 guys.
They go.
From the gun on third down, Westbrook. And here's another interception, the 3rd of this first quarter. Picked off Byron Jones. And they will finally stop him as he's down to the 40-yard line. He was trying to hit Thomas that time. Well, that's 3 picks he's now thrown in this game.
And I know this, the holiday season, because here we are in
Season of
December,
giving.
right? It is the season of giving. Maybe for his own sake after the game, he may have to announce that he's donating certain amounts to charity for each interception that he threw.
36.
Bravo. Go. Snap.
They'll come out throwing here on first down. And a flag comes in as that one falls incomplete. Well, let's see who this is on. So they saw the contact before the ball arrived. Penalty flag for pass interference.
And trying to avoid pass interference is so difficult. You're trying to slow down these skilled receivers, and somehow, some way, they make plays on the football, and sometimes you're there too soon.
Going to give this time to the tailback. And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
It's a gain of 5.
Ready, break.
Brings up 2nd and...
After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports.
Ready up.
Mike's 47. Check.
Right up.
2nd and 5. And this is caught by Parker for a Miami touchdown. Devontae Parker His 11th touchdown on the year. And the Dolphins are able to extend that advantage. Extra point splits the uprights, and that'll make the score 14-0.
Dolphins 14, Saints nothing.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points get that 0 off the board. Gun, it's a run for Kamara. And this carry not as productive. He's swallowed up at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down.
No gain on the play. Brings up 3rd down and 7.
The Saints on 3rd down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 7.
6-6, pull it high. Hey, box drop, box drop. Hit it.
From the gun, Westbrook. And tight coverage there. It's knocked away, incomplete. Jerome Baker right there in coverage.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
There he goes, right side. And all the way in for a Miami touchdown. Just a fantastic punt return of 80 yards. And the Dolphins are able to extend that advantage. And we always talk about kick returns being so exciting on kickoffs. Punt return almost equally exciting.
And typically we talk about the kickoff return being the most exciting 10 seconds in football. Let's just cut it in half for a punt return and make it the most exciting 5 seconds in football. It's a great, glamorous, dashing play.
The Saints take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here, or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get
nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
3 scores down, not even a halftime yet. They're not getting much generated offensively. They've got to figure it out.
It's tough because this defense just seems to be playing with so much confidence right now.
They really are. They are on their toes, and they're getting at them.
Move. 4 down. Alert.
Kamara. And a short gain across the 15 to the 17-yard line. They get 2 yards back, but they're going to need a lot more than that here on 3rd down.
Well, if the coaching staff's doing a good job upstairs, they'll file away what they just saw from the defense right there. They sold out to stop that running play. I'd say keep that in mind. They want to try that again. Go play action and hit them over the top.
He's not going to get me.
Hey, wahoo!
Hey, Mike 52. I know he ain't got it. Watch twist. Back.
Hey, Haywood!
Mike 52.
Go.
52.
Pick it up.
Five.
throwing on 3rd and long. Westbrook. He's got his all-pro receiver, Michael Thomas. They'll wind up with 17 on that one, but they're still a bit short here for 4th. Those are the kinds of plays right there that show you why he's the number 3 man in the NFL in terms of receiving yards.
Also tells you there's a full combination of what he's got going in his game. You name it, from route running to catching the football. That's why he's able to produce those types of numbers.
Yeah, he was looking for the checkup bounce, didn't get it. That scoots all the way into the end zone now for a touchback.
Let's go now.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a first down now.
Check 43.
Pilot, 64, weak. Hey, zoom. Yes.
57. Hey, let's get that home.
Ready?
They'll try and start this drive in the air. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Cameron Jordan, he continues to wreak havoc in the offensive backfield. Sack number 16 on the year. Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on 2nd down. He'll drop to throw. Now they go screen. It's complete. Nothing on the screen that time. Now it's 3rd down.
So many screen passes are the result of excellent acting by everyone. But sometimes the guy who's getting the ball tips the play off. The running back, because he's eager to get the pass, and sometimes he doesn't act very well about whether he's going to block or leak out or whatever. And I think that they saw that, and that's why they're able to get to him on it.
They had the catch on 2nd down, but it didn't help at all, and now they're looking at 3rd down here. They'll look to throw. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And the offense will cover this one up, but they'll be pushed back inside their own 10.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
An NFL update. 2nd quarter now in Jacksonville. And the Jags, they're out to an early lead there. I would definitely imagine we'll hear more from that game as we go along. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And this, you'd hate to say that a drive in the first half must end in point, but you're down 21-0. We're going to have to get something going fairly quickly.
I would agree totally with that, because if you're going to mount the comeback, it's going to have to come in bits and pieces. It doesn't just all come at one time, right? We haven't seen anything more than a 6-point touchdown ever in this game, right? So that's how it has to be done. Get points on the board now. Start your comeback. But you're exactly right. Let's get it going right here in this spot.
Hey, exit.
To throw on 2nd down. Westbrook. He throws and he hits the slant route to Thomas. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. Michael Thomas, his 11th touchdown of the year, as they are now on the board here in the first half. Lutz with the extra point, and they'll cut the lead to 21-7. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. That's fielded in the end zone. And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 as he's taken down right at the 20.
The Dolphins take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here.
Second and 7.
Let's get
At the 23-yard line.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7.
58, boys, 58, 58, Mike.
Here's a 2nd and 7. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Cameron Jordan in there to get him, and that is now sack number 18 on the season for him.
And it's 3rd down.
And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action.
Here we go, Gary.
A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
Hey, orbit. Hit it.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. That's complete to Meredith. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. 18 big yards on that one, and a Miami first. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. Now that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play.
Set. 10-2 stop.
Come on. Trips. They're going to 88. They're going to 88.
Let's go, defense. Let's get out the field, defense.
58's the Mike. 58's the Mike.
Let's go, defense. Hey, man up, D. Man up, D.
Let's go.
They'll set up a throw. He gets it into the arms of Parker, complete. And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's made at the Saints' 39.
A gain of 26 yards.
Get in.
First down, Miami.
It's just me.
Hey, Charlie.
Me and you. 58, right over there. Yeah. Mike, 58, right there. Yep. Watch the twist. Slam.
Mike.
They'll look to throw now on 1st down. And this is Parker, complete. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. 2 chunk plays in a row. The last one was over 20 yards, and so is this one.
Look at me. Door.
Switch gears.
Hey, lock it.
Kill.
Ready?
On 1st down, Ayers. And they get to him quickly here as he stopped right around the 13. Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts, as it comes with 22 seconds to go here in half number 1.
At the 13-yard line.
They'll set up to throw. And that's going to be knocked away in the end zone. It's incomplete.
Those throwing windows get a lot tighter near the end zone, don't they? And here's the thing. You already probably have 3 points in your hip pocket. You force a throw here and give up an interception, you come away with nothing.
Especially tough in the middle third of the field where he threw that one.
Hey, it's our house. Rush in. Watch the eyes.
Ready to go. Come.
58.
Now.
They'll look to throw. And this is caught by Parker for a Miami touchdown.
Touchdown, baby.
Devontae Parker, as the first half is winding down. And the Dolphins are able to extend that advantage.
I heard a coach talk about those late-in-the-half scores, especially ones that give your team a pretty decent cushion. He said those could be the ones that can finish off a squad if you let them.
Yeah, they've got the cushion. This half has been theirs. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
The Saints take over first and 10
Let's go.
at their own 25-yard line.
Set up.
Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. Time here for likely a couple plays if they want it, but with the field position what it is, maybe better suited to just sit on this one?
I'm with you totally. I would sit on it and get into the locker room and start over. But if they do decide to try and make a play, we know what the basics are. You run draw, you run screen. I would maybe run a little swing pass and try and get my lineman out in space and see if they can chop a hole into the secondary and see if he can run a little bit.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10.
It's our time, guys. It's our time. Slam, slam, slam.
61, matchbox lights.
No. Check that. We got Mike 52 right here. Mike 52.
Hey, seam 6, seam 6.
You gonna see me in your nightmares. 49.
General West.
Check 49. Switch.
Boy, and now they can't even get a play off. And that'll set them back 5.
We got this.
Now they need 15 yards on this series after the delay of game. 1st and 15.
Yo. Shift. Save. Check three.
Slam.
Topper.
Check. Check nickel. Watch twist. Kill.
Operating from the gun. Westbrook escaping the pressure right. Now he'll let it go deep right side. And that is incomplete. Showed off the arm strength there, but to no avail. 2nd down. So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we'll get you over to Orlando, where standing by is Jonathan Coachman. He has our EA Sports halftime report. The Dolphins in front, and they'll be in possession of the football first as the second half gets started. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively.
He's crashing. He's checking crash.
22 Jet Bomber. Cut.
57's the mic.
Get it.
Back to throw. He's going to wind up and air it out. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
Brandon, it looked like he had his hands on it for a moment, but let's face it, that was going to be a tough catch all the way because of the presence of the defense right there as he was trying to haul it in.
Yeah, nice job to force the incompletion. So after the 2nd down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6.
Smooth. X3. 218. Chop.
Check 20.
Buzz.
Under 10.
Hey, Sam off.
Looking to throw. Gets it to Meredith, complete. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. 18 big yards on that one, and a Miami first.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
Deep rip.
On 1st down, he'll drop to throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Alex Anzalone able to record his 5th sack of the season.
They need to stop to get back into this game, and here's one right to start the 3rd quarter.
Yeah, anytime you go into the lockers with that 2-3 score deficit, you're right. You need that stop, get the football back, and they've done just that.
Series to series, play to play.
Ready?
Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21.
Tight end right.
Hard.
4 down. Check.
Let's go.
Back to throw here. Completes this one to Meredith. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. A gain of 32 that time. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. Open on the left side. This is Valdez-Scantling. And they're able to get this one past the 30 to the 25-yard line. A Miami first down on the 14-yard pickup.
Set. 60 Pittsburgh. Go, go. Ready?
Back to throw now on 1st down. The ball popped in the air and intercepted. Able to get there and pick it. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Here we go. Set. 90 Wolf.
Stay with your man.
Blue draw Corkers.
Now they'll throw here out of the gun. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. Devontae Parker, the intended receiver, but it'll be 2nd and goal. They don't get the hook up there, but you really have to marvel at how precise he's been throwing the football these last couple weeks.
Oh, that's the perfect word for it, precise. Because if you're at 70% or better 2 weeks in a row, you have a job as long as you want one in this league, won't you? I mean, let's face it, it's not just West Coast offense either. He's putting the ball downfield as well.
Call it a gain of 2 as they're knocking on the door now. 3rd and goal.
70 Indy.
Here we go, D. Get off the field.
Hey, high 7.
57's right. Hey, pick your game up. 57's right.
Shoot.
Now back to throw. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
But, partner, anytime someone tells me that fundamentals are leaving the game, I'm going to show them this play because they couldn't get to the passer. So what do you have to do? Get your hands up in the passing lane, and they batted it away on a 3rd down attempt.
On now the Miami field goal unit. From the right hash at a bit of a tight angle. And his kick is good. And the Dolphins will add on to their lead. They got the interception, but very little movement after, and that forces them to settle for 3. And it does feel like settling when that happens, doesn't it?
It certainly does, but we got to give a lot of credit where it's due, and that's to the defense because they ran onto the field. It's what we call sudden change, right? Interception, you got to go put out the fire, and they did, holding them to a field goal.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the 2nd half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the 2nd half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them. And out across midfield down to the 45. Good yardage after the catch. Is that play good for 30 and a first? Obviously, they're not where they want to be right now on the scoreboard. Big plays like that, though, that'll trend them in the right direction.
Yeah, a few more like that, they'll be right back in the game. And if they can continue to do that, maybe they'll inspire their defense as well to get a few stops.
Recon, 132 fighter.
Watch the shit. Hey, watch the
Get
shit.
it.
Off the play fake. Westbrook. This is complete to Michael Thomas. He'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. 23 yards on the play. And he's been one of their few bright spots here this afternoon.
And as you pointed out, so far he's gotten his. That's not been the issue at all. But the teammates, the other guys, they've been shut down. That's why the defensive guys have to feel pretty good, even though he's over 100 yards.
Yeah, he topped 100 with that last catch. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
Stop here, D. Hey, check.
Pilot, 64, win.
Out.
Bravo.
Shit.
Lee Griffin.
A man who's been busy this afternoon. It's Kamara again. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
Well, that was a unit that understood exactly where the first down marker was, handed it to their guy who could run it, created some space, and he got there.
Go. 30 base.
All day, dog. Switch it. Come on, switch it. Check nine. Let's go.
Here's a carry for a former starter. This is T.J. Yeldon. And he'll take it into the end zone for the Saints touchdown. T.J. Yeldon, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Saints make some inroads here to that deficit. Now the Saints offense will remain on the field and go for 2.
Here we go. Watch safety creep. Safety's creeping. Check out.
80 weapons. Hey, Foxtrot.
Safety creep. SOS.
Fair. Fight.
They'll try and run it here. And he will not make it to the goal line. The defense holds him here. And this is still a 3-score game as the lead remains 18. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And they had 3 points last time, but they didn't want 3 points because they were well within range of scoring a touchdown. We'll see if they can do better now.
I'm with you on that one. Let's just go ahead and be frank about the whole thing. The only one happy about the 3-point.
The kicker.
Exactly. He put it through the post. That's going to help him at contract time. But that offense, they're thinking, let's get in the end zone this time.
I don't know if that helped him at contract time. You could have kicked that one through.
I don't know about that.
Toe bash.
I don't know about that.
Toe bashed it.
Super toe.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10.
You better bring it. I'm letting you know right now, you better bring it.
They run the counter. Ayers. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. A Miami first down on a 14-yard pickup.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
58, right over there. Yeah. Mike, 58, right there.
Quarterback, don't get nervous now. We ain't beginning to turn you up.
Hey, wahoo! Yo, go!
Here's the money. I got it. 58, boys, 58, Mike.
Now.
They'll look to throw here. Looking for his running back, and he's got him. They'll give him a yard on the play, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
They only got a yard out of that last completion, and that makes this 2nd and 9.
Hey!
2nd and 9 now. He's got a first down and then some at midfield. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. A Miami first down on the 14-yard pickup. This quarterback now a perfect 8 for 8 to start the second half. Not bad. 1st and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. Call it a gain of 2 as time has run out on this 3rd quarter of play.
Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they want to put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
Watch the curl.
Here's 2nd and 8. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. A good job defensively to hold that to 4 yards, and now it's 3rd down.
So many things have to come together just right for a screen pass to break for big yardage. The blocking, the timing of the pass to the runner, everything has to fit together just right. But on that play, the defense was able to disrupt things and hold it to a short gain.
Hey, Haywood!
58's the Mike.
Get it!
Out of the gun now on 3rd down. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he is going to get the 1st down as he covers up after a pretty good shot there.
And the Dolphin 1st down.
Let's go now. 15 line. 15 line.
Strip that ball.
Hit it.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. Now, I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely, you want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop?
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
The Dolphins on 3rd down. They've hit 4 of 7. This is 3rd and 9.
Check 4, check 4.
Check, check. Lucky. Let's go.
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Marshawn Lattimore. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. He's had a fantastic rookie season, made a lot of lovely throws, but that wasn't one of them.
Well, we got to give him one, don't we? I mean, with the year he's having, a lot easier for he and his teammates to accept that throw because for the most part, what they've seen, it's been pretty sensational.
Now a run on 1st down is not going to get off the ground as they will get him behind the line of scrimmage for a loss of 3.
It's a tough one right there. He ran right into the teeth of the blitz as the linebacker was freed up in order to stuff that one for a loss. I think quarterbacks got to see that. Got to find a way to audible into something a little more advantageous.
A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13.
I got you. I got you. Joker, 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 joker. Check.
Check, check. Fresno.
Check.
Hey, exit. Ready.
From the gun, Westbrook. That's complete to his running back, Kamara. And they'll mark him down right around the 9, just shy of the 10. It'll be a 2-yard gain, and that's going to lead to a 3rd and 11.
Set, ready. 30 base.
Tease the mic. Hey, I'm coming.
Greystone, Travis.
Come.
Hey, Echo. Echo.
Operating from the gun, Westbrook. Out of the backfield, that's complete to Kamara. And he'll be hit and dropped for a loss at the 5-yard line. He loses 4, and it brings up 4th. Here's Thomas Morstead now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And he'll just punch it out of there, and it's not a great kick. 33 yards is the distance on the punt there. And the Dolphins will begin this drive in great field position, 1st and 10. They are on to the 4th quarter in Jacksonville. Now, you saw the score at the bottom of your screen a moment ago. We got a good one going on there. Another victory perhaps in the cards. They're looking as good as anybody as the playoffs draw near.
Rock it. Undercrush. Now.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And he only manages a couple here down to about the 38-yard line. And when do they start thinking about burning these timeouts? They've got all three still defensively.
To me, you have to start right now. Here's the time, and that means you've got to stop them on defense, not give up the yardage, use your timeouts in order to get the ball back and try and score yourself. But now is the time to start using those timeouts.
And keep in mind, it'll also stop the clock at the 2-minute warning. And he's brought down at the 34. Call it a gain of 4. 4 yards on the pickup there as it'll leave him with a third and about 4 more for a first.
Here we go. Set. 18 Gator.
Here we go.
Leo.
Here I come again. Here I come again. Kill.
Look. Squeeze.
Check safety. Switch.
Go.
Now a handoff here to his running back. A great effort there to shed the contact, and it helps him pick up the first. Give him the third down conversion, 5 yards on the play.
First down, Dolphins.
And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10.
Check 37.
And to give this time to the tailback. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets them to 2nd and 4. And now this defense try to use the clock to their advantage. They'll take the timeout here with 2:08 left, and then they'll have another stop coming up at the 2-minute warning. The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4.
Look at me. Go.
Let's get off the field, D. Sponge.
Look at me. Zipper.
Tighten up.
Hey, lock it.
Big edge. 25.
Go.
25.
Get it.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And a short gain here down to the 22. Now we'll get a quick timeout called by New Orleans, number 2. That's going to be their second. They'll be left with 1 more plus the 2-minute warning, and we'll be back. The Dolphins on 3rd down, 5 out of 9 thus far. This is 3rd and 4.
Go. Protein spill.
57 to Mike. I'm here all day.
Hit it.
They're going to look to throw. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he's going to be taken down here, still a couple yards short of the first. So the Dolphins have it as we welcome you back in. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. And his kick is good. And that will stretch the lead up to 3 touchdowns now. It's a 21-point game. So it's 3 more points, and that widens this thing out even further here in the 4th.
And you know in this league, you can never have enough points, but this widens it out, as you said, and now it's all about ball control, isn't it?
And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride?
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, "Who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time." But some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit better as they continue to move forward.
And that's caught inside the 35. Touchdown, New Orleans. Keelan Cole, 76 yards. And the Saints get a bit closer. A nice throw there by the second-year quarterback.
And I don't believe that was the kind of play he would have made as a rookie, because usually your rookie season is a continuation of your college days. A lot of one read, and if you don't have it, you just take off and go. Now he's settled in the pocket a little bit more, reading the field and getting to his second and sometimes third progression. That was a nice play.
And the Dolphins are going to recover. They knew they needed a miracle. They had to have that onside kick. They didn't get it.
Well, as we knew, even before they put the toe to the leather on that one, their chances of getting that done, slim and none. And I do believe we saw Slim just leave the door, didn't we?
We did indeed. I think we're down to none.
Alert 3, alert 3.
61, matchbox, lights.
Now a handoff here to his running back. Marcus Davenport there to take him down. Now the Saints will use their third and final timeout as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play.
Second down 6 at the 45-yard line.
Hard.
Switch.
You're out. Five.
Gonna give this time to the tailback. Now a loose football. The ball comes out.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover.
57, Mike 57. Here we go, let's bring it. Let's go, let's bring it. Let's bring it. Shoot.
Ready?
And he'll give it here to his running back. He's not going to get there. That won't even be close. It was blown up in the backfield. That'll back him up 2 yards and also bring up fourth. When this offense gathers to watch the tape, they're going to like a lot of what they saw. They put up big numbers, but they might fast forward through that last play.
Oh, there won't be any fast forwarding, partner. I've sat in those sessions before. You end up spending more time on the bad plays than you do on the good ones. It's just the nature of coaches. But I know sitting in that room, when you've had a big game, the night that they've had, you don't want to hear that. You just want to focus on the good stuff.
And the play clock is going to run out here. They're in no hurry to get a play off. That's going to set them back 5 yards. Here's Matt Hawk now as he's on to punt for Miami. No returning this one. It sails out of bounds, and they'll spot it right at the 20.
At their own 20-yard line.
Ready up.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. This is just an exercise in futility. Do you even bother running a play here offensively?
I wouldn't, because now is not going to erase what's happened during the game. So after it's over, you're going to go to the film, find out where the game was really lost. But this is not a situation now where you're going to make up for anything.
We'll see what they do here. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Charles, we saw a lot of points go up in this one. Certainly defensively, stuff that they can look at on film, don't you think?
No doubt about it. And they've got to go back and check where the errors are, how they're going to fix them, and continue to get better at what they do. But they also need a little adjustment with their confidence. To give up that many points, even if you win a game, that can hurt you.
So for the Dolphins,